at your own pace. So here we go. Good, and when you're done with your 30 jumping jacks, we're gonna do 30 high knees. So just, again, at your own pace and count in your head. Good, and when we're done our high knees, just gonna do 30 butt kicks, so at your own time again. Good. I'm gonna open up my chat. If you guys wanna let me know if I need to talk louder or anything, you can let me know in the chat. Okay, we're gonna do some side lunges. We're gonna go to the right, we're gonna go to the left, and then we're gonna touch the center, and we're gonna do that 5 times. So right, left, center is 1 round, and you're gonna do it 5 times. So right, left, center, and up. Last time. Cool. Okay, now we're gonna do some hip openers. So we're gonna start with our right leg, and you're gonna open it up, and then with your left leg, you're gonna bring it back over and close. And then open, and close, open, and close. And we're gonna do this, let's do it 3 times on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, nice. Let's skip the chat. Okay, lastly, before we start to stretch, we're gonna do lunges, and we're just gonna push back up. And we're gonna do 5 on each side. So you can do this at your own time. Lunge, and push up. Whoa. All right, hopefully everybody is feeling a little bit warmer than when we started. So first we're gonna start at the top of the body. We're gonna start with our neck, and just lightly we're gonna tilt our head side to side. Make sure when you're doing this, you're not lifting your shoulders up. They're nice and relaxed and pushed down. If you want, you can put a little bit of pressure. Same thing, make sure your shoulder isn't coming up. Good, from here, we're just gonna let our neck drop and let it roll side to side. Good. Next, we're gonna do some shoulder rolls. Just start nice and light, pushing your shoulders backwards, making really big circles. Good, and then start to get your arms into it. Make them nice and big. And now we're just making big circles with our arms going backwards. Good, and same thing going forwards. Those circles with your shoulders going forward. Good, you can add your arms in, make them bigger, and then big circles coming forward. Good, shake your arms out. So next, for this part of the stretch, I want everybody to have your feet wider than shoulder width apart, and I want your toes to face the front. So never let your toes start twisting to the side when we're doing this part. I'm gonna bring our hands out, and I'm gonna bring my right hand, and I'm gonna reach it over to my left side. And you should feel a stretch on your side. You can add both arms if you want, you can just do one. Good. Next, we're gonna be flat like a table, so make sure your back is nice and straight, and your face is going to face the ground, and my right hand is still reaching towards the left corner. Good, from here we're just gonna drop down and try your best to get your hands on the floor in front of your left foot, or if you need to, you can hold onto your leg. But try and get those hands on the floor, on your ankle. Still keeping our toes facing the front, we're gonna bend our right knee only 4 times really slow. So we're gonna bend and come up, still keeping our hands on the floor, on our leg, bend and come up. 2 more times, bend and come up, bend and come up, good. Now we're just gonna walk our hands into the center, go as far as you can. Try to keep your back straight, so don't have a hunched upper back or shoulders. Good, and we can just roll up, and we're gonna do all of that on the other side. So I'm gonna take my left hand, reach it over to the right side. Do both arms, one arm. Good, same thing as last time. My face is going towards the ground, and I'm keeping a nice flat back like a table. Still reaching my left arm to the right corner. Good, and I'm gonna drop down and try and touch the ground right in front of your right foot, or you can grab onto your ankle. Good, and same thing as last time. We're gonna bend our left knee only, really nice and slow, 4 times. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch, good. Walk your hands into the center. Now we're gonna bend both of our knees into like a little squat position and come back up 4 times. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Last one, bend, and we come all the way up. Good. I hope everyone is doing good so far. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions or you want me to go slower or speak louder. So next you're gonna face the side, feet just underneath your shoulders or your hips. We're gonna slowly roll down. like you're gonna touch your toes, and then you're gonna walk out into a downward dog sort of position. And I want you to pedal your feet back and forth, and you should feel this in your calves. So just at your own time, pedal. If you want to stick to one side for a bit, that's okay. Good. Now we're going to walk our feet back to our hands. You can come into a little squat. Try and keep your hands on the ground for as long as you can, but once you feel the stretch in your hamstrings, you can take them off the ground as I stretch my knees and keep them on the ground for as long as possible. If you can, it's fine to have them almost touching the ground. Again, try and keep your back nice and straight. Good. Come back down to our squat, same thing. Stretch your knees up. And one last time, down into our squat. Stretching our knees up all the way. Good, and you can roll up. Cool. Okay, next we're gonna do some lunges. So we're gonna start with our right leg in front. Same thing, both my feet are facing the side. I'm gonna come down into a lunge, only go as far as you can. And I'm gonna take my right hand and I'm gonna twist it up to the sky. So my right leg is in front and my right hand is up to the ceiling. Good. From here, you can let your left knee drop to the ground, and we're going to push our hips forward into the ground to get a hip flexor stretch. Try and keep your chest up nice and tall. Good. Now you can come back onto your knee a little bit. Hopefully everyone give this a try at home. You're going to try and grab your left foot and pull it towards your butt. You don't have to lean forward anymore. If that's too much, you can kind of sit back on it and get a good quad stretch. And if you feel like you can bring your hips down at the same time, that's great. It's okay if you want to like put your hand on the floor or something if you're having trouble balancing. Cool, now we're gonna go back onto our left leg with my right leg straight out in front of me. I'm gonna try and grab your foot or your toe and reach forward. Same thing, try and keep your back nice and straight. Don't hunch over. Good, from here, I'm just gonna keep my feet kind of where they are, and I'm gonna straighten my legs up. Both my toes are still facing the right wall. Try and touch the ground if you can. Now we're gonna bend and stretch both of our legs. So we're in a little like runner's position, and then we're stretching back up. And let's do this 4 times. bend, and stretch, bend, and stretch, bend, and stretch, bend, and stretch. Good. And come back up, and we're gonna do all of that on the left side. So my toes are facing the left wall, and I'm in my lunge. I'm gonna take my left hand, and I'm gonna bring it up to the ceiling. Try to keep your back leg in the back straight. Good. Gonna come down. You can drop your right knee to the floor, hands on your knee, and push your hips down into the ground. Keep your chest up nice and tall. Same as last time, you can come up a little bit. Try and grab your right foot and bring it towards your bum. If you can do this at the same time as pushing your hips down, that's great. Good, and we're gonna come back onto our right leg, trying to touch our toe in the front, try and get our head down all the way. Good, from here, keep your feet where they are and just stretch your knees. Same thing as last time, we're gonna bend and stretch 4 times. Bend both your knees and stretch. Bend both your knees, stretch. 3 and 4. And then you come back up. Hopefully everyone's doing good so far. You can come onto the ground. You're gonna put your feet together in the front, and you're just gonna let your knees drop out to the side. We're just gonna sit here for a second. You can bounce your knees. Don't need to put pressure on them or anything, just let them bounce beside you. Good. Now we're gonna reach over to the right side, try and get your hands on the ground. You can kind of walk them out, trying to get your head to touch your knee. Make sure that your left butt cheek isn't coming off the ground. It's staying where it is, and you're just reaching over. Good, we can walk around to the other side. So reaching towards the left side. Good, now I'm gonna walk my hands out in front of me, and I'm gonna walk forward. Again, try and keep your back nice and straight. Cool. From here, we're just gonna straighten one leg out to the side, like this. You can just let your other one rest on the ground. I'm gonna take my left hand, and I'm gonna reach over and grab my toe. So my body is still facing upwards. I'm not flipped down towards the floor. I'm kind of facing you guys. So your head should still be facing in front of you. You should feel the stretch in the side here. Good. Now we're gonna switch, and now your face is gonna be facing the ground. So you're trying to get your chest on top of your knee. Hand, and I'm reaching over to touch my left foot, trying to keep my body up. Good. Now I'm reaching forward, and my chest is going towards my knee. Cool. All right, now you can put your feet, both of them in front of you. I'm going to take my right leg, and I'm going to cross it over top of my left leg. And then I'm going to twist towards the right side, and at the same time, I'm going to push my elbow into my knee. So I'm trying to face the right wall. And you should feel it on the side of your thigh or in your butt. Good. From here, we're going to go into a little 90-90 stretch. So I'm going to bring my right leg around so that it's facing the back. And then I'm going to have my left leg in a 90 degrees here. Hopefully you guys can see that. 2 90-degree angles. And then I'm going to rest on my elbows. If you feel like you can go all the way onto your back, that's good. Or if you need to just stay on your hands, that's okay too. You should feel it in the front of your thigh right here. Good, we're gonna come up and do those 2 stretches on the other side. So I'm gonna take my left leg, and I'm gonna cross it over top of my right leg. Yeah, my left leg over top of my right leg, and I'm gonna twist my body so I'm facing the left wall, and I'm pushing my elbow into my knee. Cool, I'm gonna take my left leg, wrap it around into the 90-90. My left leg's facing the back, and again, I'm gonna go onto my elbows. Try to keep your knees on the ground, try not to have them off the ground at all. We're almost done, we only have a few more. Okay. Okay, now you guys can lay on your back. I'm gonna grab my right knee and I'm just gonna pull it towards my chest. You can kind of rock side to side if you want. Hopefully you guys can see me. Pull it nice and close to your chest. Ready? Good. From here, I'm going to cross my right leg over top of my body. Hopefully you guys can see me. Right leg over across your body, and you're going to put a little bit of pressure so that your right knee is on the ground, I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to open my chest up to the ceiling. And we're just going to chill here for a second. Good. Now we're going to do that on the left side. So I'm going to bring my left leg up to my chest. You can rock side to side if you want. Good, and I'm going to cross my left leg over my body so that my right knee is on the ground. And then I'm taking my left arm and opening it up so that my chest is facing the ceiling. Cool. Okay, I think this is our last one. Our second last one. We're going to start in child's pose. We're just going to hold this for a few seconds. And as you're in your child's pose, you can walk side to side so that you get a stretch on either side of your lower back. So if you need a stretch on one side more than the other, feel free to sit there for a few seconds. Maybe I should face this way. So I'm in my child's pose and I'm just walking side to side with my hands. Good. From here we can go into a Cobra, or if that's too much, you can do it on your elbows. So I'm arching my back. Good, and just do that one more time. Child's pose, going over to whatever side you like. And then Cobra one more time. And that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too much.